Good morning, everybody. It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in a 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe with a 289 and a 3-speed automatic transmission. Alright, so again we have a 66 Ford Mustang Coupe. This Mustang has a non-original 289. Backed by a C4 3-speed automatic transmission. The steering is power steering. You do have power front disc brakes, and the mechanicals on the car perform well. It is not a high-performance Mustang by any means. It's just a good stock-style driving car. The motor's not original. This was originally a T-code 6-cylinder car, so someone did a 289 V8 update at some point, or upgrade at some point. My guess is they installed the C4 transmission at the same time. Going down this road, it is like I said before, a stock style driving Mustang. It has good power for what it is. The transmission shifts nice and positive. The steering does what you want it to do, and same thing with the brakes. On your exhaust, it has been replaced front to back at some point. It's optioned with, does have nice headers, dual exhaust, Flowmaster style mufflers, and it's into the trumpet style, like the GT style exhaust tips that go through the valves, which give it that nice GT look. This being a T-code, obviously not a real GT, but that trumpet exhaust is always a nice add-on to any Mustang. On your interior, it's a stock style interior. It was originally an aqua interior. At some point it was swapped to the black and the white, how you see it. The dash is very clean with no issues. The gauges are all stock style gauges, which are really easy to read. Has a nice wood grain Mustang steering wheel. Has an aftermarket console, but they did a really nice job with it. Puts your hand in a nice driving position with the center console. The seats are in great shape. The door panels look good. I will say the painted portion of the door panel does have quite a bit of texture to it. I don't know what material they use, but there is some texture there. The white inserts are in good shape. The headliner matches the white inserts on the door panels. The back seat looks really good. Does have some aftermarket speakers in the rear package tray. Also an aftermarket stereo. This one is optioned with aftermarket heat and AC. You have your aftermarket AC vents. There's one in the center, and there's one on each side. The AC does work well. It blows nice and cold. The heat also blows hot. I will say, on the blend door, when you swap it from the defrost to the vents, it's blowing out of both, so I don't know exactly what is going on there, but it does have a good volume of air. Just something is going wrong with the blend door. There also is an aftermarket USB plug in there if you wanted to plug in your phone and charge it. It's up under the dash. It's hard to see. Carpet's in good shape. Has nice Mustang, like pony style mats in it. The doesn't work section is a short list of things not working. The speedo works, but it's about 10 miles an hour or so off. The washer sprayer fluids don't work, and then the voltage gauge isn't moving at all, but the rest of your other gauges are functioning. We'll get on it here a little bit. Nice smooth shifts. Again, the motor has good power. Not a crazy horsepower 289. Does feel like it has a little bit of gear in the rear end, but nothing too aggressive. It says we're doing 70, which means we're probably doing about 60. The car's comfortable 60, 65. It's not going to be one to hop on the highway and do 80, 85 miles an hour with the gear swap that's in the back, but it still is a fun car to drive at 65, even 70 miles an hour. Underside is extremely solid and very, very clean. Didn't find any rust issues. The floor pans look excellent. The frame rails look great. The drop downs, everything front to back is very, very nice and solid. You do have a couple minor grips like any old car. A little bit of a grip from the bottom of the motor, just really, really minor. Same thing from the steering. Minor little stuff that it wasn't leaking enough for me to tear it apart and fix seals. I always say there's normal classic car little seeps and weeps, and then you have leaks that need to be addressed. This one's just a couple little drips, so nothing that I would address at the moment. Originally, this was a Wimbledon white with aqua interior. As you can see now, it's like a charcoal metallic. The paint quality looks good. I would venture to say it is a little bit of an older repaint. On the top of the driver's side fender here, there's like a hairline crack that's maybe the length of your palm. Other miscellaneous little imperfections, little touch-ups. Check out our additional infos tab. It'll show you all the imperfections that I'm talking about. The hood scoop is riveted on, and then on the bottom side of the hood, they did cut a hole for the hood scoop. So it does have a kind of a crude cut hole on the bottom of the hood, but you're never going to be seeing that anyway. But just wanted to mention that that is there. Wheels and tires are nice. Suspension does feel good. It's a little bit of a stiffer ride, but going down that straight road, it feels good. Going down this bumpy road, it still performs well. Just imagine a little bit of a stiffer suspension. I'm guessing they did maybe a different spring or something on it. The road feels just a little bit tighter or even stiffer is probably the best way to put it compared to a bone stock one. Doesn't have as much float to it. But again, performs really, really well. The windows all work. They go up and down like they should. That handle crank over there is missing a screw. It really needs to have the whole the handle probably replaced. You'll get a new screw when you do that. It's kind of stripped out, so it will pop on and off. The glass doesn't have any major issues. There's a few little scuffs in the side glass on both sides. The windshield is clean. The back glass looks great. No issues with that. Seats feel really comfortable. The seat foam isn't broken down. The back seat doesn't look like anyone's ever sat in it. It has nice seat belts front and back. They are like a tan or like almost a gray color on the seat belts. This Mustang does still retain its door tag, and it does have the VIN on the inner apron there where it's supposed to be. Like I mentioned before, the Mustang is a T-code car, so it really was a nothing special car, so that's why it was a good one to do kind of the aftermarket AC, the aftermarket motor transmission, just kind of make it the kind of Mustang that the previous owner wanted. We got this car out of California, and that's probably why it is as solid as it is. Here's the exhaust. The exhaust sounds really good on this car. Not too terribly loud. If someone was sitting here next to me, could easily have a conversation with them with no problems whatsoever. Overall feel, it's a really good running and driving Mustang. Doesn't have really any mechanical problems. Might want to address that blend door situation when it comes to the AC, but you are getting a good volume of air out of the vents. You just get air from up there as well, or heat since it's cold outside right now. Fixing the voltage gauge is not something that's really necessary that you have to do, but it's easy to fix if you want to. And then the little window crank, again, that's minor little stuff. So overall feel, it's a great Mustang. It's good and solid. Paint is a little older. It does have its flaws, but it still is very presentable to drive. No major bubbles or really bad body work, just some imperfections in the paint now from probably being used. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that you want to see, have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to get updates for all the content we're putting out daily. Check us out at PCClassicCars.com, and we'll see you guys on the next test drive video. Thanks again for watching.